Nothing can prepare you for your first sight of the magnificent Himalaya, the highest and most spectacular mountain range in the world. To summit Mount Everest and stand on the roof of the world has been the dream of great mountaineers for over 100 years. Walk in their footsteps with the life-changing trek to Everest Base Camp. An experience that you will never forget. The Base Camp trek is for serious trekkers and those after a memorable challenge.
It's just an iconic thing to do. I just want to see if I can make it.
Making it there will be just a fantastic feeling, and being able to say that you've achieved that.
I've been reading about Everest almost since I could read. It's something that fascinates me and excites me, and the chance to come and see this part of the world was just too big a chance to miss, too big a chance to pass up. And to be here is just beyond my wildest dream.
Nepal, the birthplace of Buddha and home to the yak and the yeti. Your adventure starts in intoxicating Kathmandu, a vibrant city where ancient and modern sit side by side. Staying in a comfortable hotel, you'll enjoy your own private paradise in the heart of the city. From here, a walking tour helps you discover the incredible cultural and artistic heritage of Kathmandu, with its fairy tale palaces, ancient temples and monuments. Close by Tamil in central Kathmandu is a shopper's paradise. Everything from trekking gear to beautiful handicrafts and carpets. Colourful markets line the streets, and the hidden courtyards seem unchanged since medieval times. Then take off and leave the modern world behind with a spectacular flight into the heart of the Himalaya, culminating in an exhilarating landing on the airstrip at Lukla, gateway to the Khumbu region. Here you are met by one of our experienced Sherpa leaders, who all have knowledge and passion for the Everest region. Several are even Everest summiteers. Mountain Kingdoms takes an unusual route through the heart of Sherpa country, carefully designed to provide excellent acclimatization. Walking on average 6 to 8 hours a day at a comfortable pace for 14 days, with 2 days set aside for rest and relaxation and more acclimatization. You follow good trails, but a sturdy pair of walking boots is essential. Each day you walk carrying only a light day pack with daily essentials. Your main baggage is carried by yaks or porters. At altitude, it is best to walk at a slow, steady pace, and there is plenty of opportunity to rest, take photos, and enjoy drink and snack stops along the way. You stay in the best tea houses available at each overnight stop on the Mountain Kingdoms route. This provides a great opportunity to get to know your fellow trekkers, and a maximum group size of 12 ensures great camaraderie. Mountain Kingdoms provides a toasty 4-season sleeping bag and liner, a hot water bottle, and solar showers. Hot water is also provided daily for washing. All meals, supplementary snacks, hot drinks and drinking water are included. Food is hearty, delicious and freshly cooked by the local villagers at each tea house. You will be surprised by the wide choice. There is even a welcome cup of bed tea brought to your room every morning. The perfect start to the day. There is breathtaking scenery from day one, but nothing beats the thrill of those first views of Everest. You also encounter the friendliness and openness of the Nepali people throughout your trek, and the welfare of local guides and porters is something that Mountain Kingdoms takes very seriously. The local Buddhist way of life can be seen all around you. Setting off from Lukla, the first day is spent descending through conifer trees to the Dudkosi River, spending the night at a small village in the valley. The next day, you cross the river on a high bridge and make the steep ascent to Namche, the Khumbu's largest village. Here, you spend a day acclimatizing with the option of short walks to visit the interesting National Park Museum or the aptly named Everest View Hotel. Leaving Namche, you walk up the Nungpo Drungpo Valley along a contouring trail through rhododendron forest, where you should keep an eye out for local pheasant and small deer. Crossing the river near some large Buddhist rock paintings, you then arrive at the village of Tame, home to Tenzing Norgay for many years. After lunch, you can also make the short climb to the spectacular Tame Monastery, with fantastic views of the valley and mountains beyond. You then descend down into the valley, crossing back over the river, and take a high scenic trail to the quaint village of Kunde. The next day you descend to Kumjung and through moss-covered rhododendron and blue pine forest to the village of Trashinga. And then climb to the old village of Tangboshe, home to the region's main monastery. Here you enjoy spectacular views of Everest. The following day, you take a picturesque trail through the surrounding snow-capped mountains, through the village of Pangboshe, with fantastic photo opportunities. Crossing the river again, you then end your day with a steep climb to the village of Dingboshe. Again, you spend a day acclimatizing here. Climbing the ridge behind the village, you reach the height of 5,000 meters above sea level for the first time. More acclimatized now, you walk through a wide grassy plateau to the base of the Khumbu Glacier. Crossing the river and climbing a rocky moraine to the top, you come across a group of memorial cairns for those who have died on Everest. Following the moraine, you then arrive at the frontier village of Lobushe, your final destination before the ascent to Everest Base Camp. Here, you have views over the ridge to the Khumbu Glacier and towering Nuptse Peak. The high point of your trek takes you to Kalapata at 5,545 meters. From the summit of Kalapata, there are magnificent views across to Everest and other Himalayan giants, and down over where base camp is located in the climbing season. The trek back to Lukla is via an alternative route to offer fresh views. This time, you visit Ferishe, home to the Himalayan Rescue Association and the region's main hospital. Spending the night at Pangboshe, you have time to pick up some arts and crafts from the local Tibetan traders. From Pangboshe, you take a wonderful high trail along the side of the valley. A final 1-hour ascent brings you to Mongla for the night, with breathtaking views over its Buddhist Choten and the surrounding peaks. The following day, you take the high trail, which roller coasters round the hillside above the river to Namche, before again tackling the steep descent to the valley below. The final trek the next day brings you back to Lukla for some well-deserved shopping, before your flight back to Kathmandu, where you have the chance to celebrate your life-changing feat. You may also like to extend your trip with some river rafting or rhino spotting in Chitwan National Park. The irresistible lure of Nepal. Once is never enough.
Well, the main highlight effectively has to be getting to the top of Kala Patar. Having said that, to get to the top, it was a big team effort. Without the Sherpas, we wouldn't have done it.
It would just be so close, almost seemingly within touching distance of Everest. It was just a dream come true.
The return trek from Pangbosh to Mongla was probably the best day's trekking in my entire life.
Sitting in Tengmoche Monastery with all the monks doing a service and just kind of melding in with what was happening.
We always knew what was happening the next day, and no, we were. The care was fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant, first class service.
There's a reason that everyone wants to do this trek, and it's not necessarily only just to see Everest. It's also about, you know, challenging yourself and coming away with something that, you'll never lose.